Okay, so I have it out on the counter now, and I'm going to use my little scraper, and I'm going to flip it over and basically knead it with my hands. I'm going to put water on my hands to keep the dough from sticking, and I'll make room here and I'll spread it out. But you can see the consistency. It only took me, a couple minutes to do that part. Okay, so I'm kneading it out, using my palm, pushing it out, and I'm going to fold it back on itself. I'm going to do that several times till I get a nice bowl, and it's purely mixed, and then I'm going to put it. in this large bowl that I had the flour in. I'm going to put a couple drops of oil and mix it around so that the dough can rise in here. So that didn't take me long at all, and now it's in the bowl, and I'm just going to put a plastic bag over it with a rubber band, and then I'm going to let it sit there for about an hour. Since we're in Florida, it doesn't take much to make the dough rise double. Okay, so my dough is rising, has a little rubber band around it, and then I can start working on the second batch. Okay, so these are some of the tools that I use, and when I do mix in the small bowl for the yeast, that's what I've done so far, and everything's come along nicely. I'm going to repeat the process. So I've added my 1/4 cup of water, and I'm going to be adding my dry yeast to this, about a tablespoon. Before I do that, though, I'm going to add in my honey. This is the honey I get from a lady that's in the neighborhood. So Punta Gorda honey, nice local honey. So I have my honey in the bowl, and I'm going to mix this up before I add the yeast. So I've added my yeast, and I use a fork. I'm going to mix it up with the honey mixture and water. It's quarter cup of water, tablespoon of dry yeast, and a tablespoon of honey. So I mix that up. I'm going to go to my medium bowl. So I've put my biga in here. I'm going to be adding my yeast mixture here. You can see the bubbles are starting to rise, so I know it's a good mixture. And this is 2 1/3 cups of water, warm water, and this is my biga mixture. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze it. And this stuff is just amazing, this biga. This is my favorite part about the making bread, is the feel. It's so silky and smooth. You can just see how smooth that is, and look how elastic it is. It's just amazing. It's fun. Then you get this milky white. Just squeeze it. So it gets nice and milky white. Okay, that looks pretty good, right? And I'm just going to add this mixture over here. So now I'm going to add my 6 cups of flour to my 2 1/3 cups water with my biga mixture in there. The flour mixture, I've already added the 2 teaspoons of salt to it. And in the mixture, this is a medium bowl, there's a small bowl. So I just use 3 bowls to make my bread. This is my second batch. So I'm going to start adding in my flour. Okay. So you can see it's mixing pretty well. I'm going to oil my my secondary bowl over here, my large bowl, with a couple drops of olive oil, and I'm gonna need the bread. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna use my flipper, and I'm gonna knead it with my hands and make sure that it's all mixed nicely. So I'm using both my hands. Of course, I'm holding the camera, but I'm using both my hands, and I'm pushing away, and I'm using water to keep my hands wet. I'm pushing it away. I'm using my spatula to roll over, like so. So see what it looks like, and keep pushing it away. And then bringing it closer to me, pushing it away till it's mixed up nicely. I'm going to make it in a bowl, and then I'm going to put it in the oil bowl. So there it is in the bowl. Just flipped it over several times and kneaded it out. Doesn't take long at all. And I'm going to put a bag over that and put it on a rubber band, and then set it over the side with my other batch. So they'll sit over there for about, it's 8 o'clock now, about 9 o'clock. I'll come back, and they should be doubled in size, and which time I can break them up into 3 loaves of bread. Or if I can, okay.